Guys, I'm back. I know it's been a long week, and yeah, just really busy at work. And hey, honey, and we were launching a new website, so that kind of has me really tied up, even on some nights. So glad to be back and see you all. Google. Um, Challenge scholarship challenge, web dev challenge, colleagues, and here I'm going to tackle lesson 6, CSS syntax problem set. Okay, so we watched some videos and learned about CSS, and let's see what challenges that's ahead of us. Style and image. For your first quiz, I want you to take this black and white image of a kitten and add some style to it. Ah, isn't it cute? Nice little emoji right there. I'll give you the image and the HTML, and it will be your job to add style, but you won't be adding just style, any style. Instead, you will need to use properties for border, cursor, and box shadows. Okay, those are all new, and that looks pretty cool. So this must be the border right here, and the little feathered shadow right there. So that's actually really cool. And the cursor must be that little guy right there. So when you hover over, I guess it changes property or something. So hint, the color of the border is salmon. Okay, so he gives us a hex code right here, which we'll need. Border. If you've ever used a table in Word or spreadsheet, then you should be familiar with borders. With CSS, you can add a border to just about anything. There are a ton of them, and you can customize the style, width, and color. Click here to learn more. Okay, so what I've been doing is I've been clipping all these using Evernote so that later on, if I need to locate them, that they're in one place. CSS, and I'll just say borders or border. Save that. Okay. That might come in handy later. Cursor, it's possible you've never noticed your cursor change when viewing a website because it's so subtle, but changing the cursor can be extremely helpful when trying to communicate things to the user. For example, if a user hovers over a link, changing the cursor to a pointer lets a user know that it can be clicked. That actually, my experience with this, again, we're developing a new website for my work, and it's actually one of the things that came up and in our design meeting is let's see if I can pull it up. Magento. Maybe this one. Oh, it's a really long URL. Oh, anyhow, I can pull it up. I'll, maybe just post an image of it later. But it's what I'm trying to illustrate is, yeah, it's basically on our web page. It's a cosmetic company, so when you hover over an image, the first revision, when you hover over an image, the cursor doesn't change, and let alone it doesn't let you click on the image. So I think I know where this is going, giving user context that when you change the cursor to that little hand, that guy, it's a trigger for someone to let someone know that it's clickable, because otherwise it isn't. So that's where we're at, and here's my son Brandon. Just wanted to say hi. And get out of here! Yeah, morning, guys. And it's one of the things to keep in mind for sure. So here, a normal button on the left, and the same. Okay, so that's okay. And the same button while a mouse is hovering over it on the right. They even change the shade when you're hovering over it. So those are all good UI design. A normal button, okay, for most situations, your browser automatically changes the cursor, but you can use the cursor property to override its behavior. Okay, that's good to know. See this demo. Okay, so we're gonna go look at this demo. This must be, okay. Cursor property. Okay, so that right there is that changes auto default. Okay, oh, this is in CodePen. Interesting. I know a lot of you have been using CodePen. I used it the other day at work just to. We had some copy that had some HTML tags, and so I dropped it in CodePen to see what the text, just to really just to remove the tags. I guess I could have done that in the code editor too, but I thought I'd be more fancy. So okay, so see the demo for all the different cursor actions. Let's see here. What are we trying to see here? Resize, auto, default, none. Oh, I see. So that's auto. That's default. None, the cursor disappears. Context menu, it gives you a little context. Okay. Wait. Ah, that's pretty awesome. Progress. So these two are almost the same. Pointer. I think that's kind of the what we're gonna use here. Help. Okay, cool. Cell, crosshair. Wow. Cell and crosshair. Text. Wow. These are all vertical text. These are all things that you kind of take for granted. No drop. And column resize, all scroll. Okay, so there's a bunch. But I think here what we're gonna use is pointer. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. Use shadows to add the sense of depth to the image. Okay, that's really cool. In fact, I tend to do that as well when I'm just sending emails with images. I just, it makes it more rich. The box shadow property is relatively new to the world of CSS. Okay. You can use it to add a shadow to an element. If you want to experiment with box shadows, check this box shadow generator out. Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna bookmark this. Just gonna put CSS cursor, because later on the last thing I want to do is be searching for something, and I like everything to be in one place. So box generator, okay. I see, WebKit, box shadow. Huh, what is that? Flash player, ew. Who uses that? Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. And then you could do blur, and then spread. Okay, the spread is actually how big it is. And then the box shadow color, is that? Oh, okay, that's the box itself. Okay, background color. I guess it's always okay. That's just this guy. Okay, let's see. All right, and then the box color, the shadow color. I mean, you could also change it. Blue. Okay, I'd say the black is probably the best one. Oh, F. What color was it before? It was black. Okay. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 0 obviously is the presence, or the absence of any color is black. And the presence of all color is white. Opacity, okay, all right, cool. So what is next? How to complete this quiz. Edit the HTML in the Udacity classroom to replicate the same styling seen in the solution image. So this right here. I've already written the selector portion of the code. Thank you. you just need to fill in the style, which is that kitten image is the selector, and then we just need to fill in the style. Okay, cool. Image credit, cool. Nicholas Suzor. Start quiz. All right, hoping this will be an easy one. So what we saw there is, this is where we need to go back. All right, so we need to style. First, I want to take care of the button. I don't know because that's what I have here. And that was pointer. Okay, so dot CSS. What are these? Dot auto, dot default, dot none. Okay, so it must be cursor pointer. Okay, cursor pointer. Cursor. Okay, so it's cursor and then pointer. Okay, that's the first thing. Let's try that out. Test run. Cool. All right, that works. Cool, I'm glad. Let's go back. What do we do next? So we need to add the border. Here we go. There's different kinds, and let's see what that is supposed to look like. I always like to see a reference. I guess we can just open up a new window of this and see what that looks like. Okay. Okay, so there's a hint here that the border is salmon, and it looks like the border is sort of round edges too. So it's definitely a dotted one. So let's look at the border here. Okay, what should our border width be? Okay, so this is 2 pix. So this is 1 pix, 2 pix dotted, and then medium, border medium dashed green. Okay, so we could try medium maybe. Let's try that out. Border medium dash green. Does that work? This one. Oh wow. Okay. Although he said that it's salmon. Okay. Let's see if salmon is a kind of known color. Oh, sweet. It is. Okay. Still doesn't quite look like it because the dashes are really huge. So here, okay, dotted. All right, so we're definitely going to need to, there are a ton of options for customizing border, which is right here. Here are the properties. There's left radius. What is that? Is that like how round it is? The corner is a circle. Border bottom left radius. 3 pixel. Okay. So I think we definitely need to do that. Border bottom left radius. Oh, does that mean it just does it on the left? Okay. That doesn't seem like what we want. We want maybe border radius, my guess. Yeah, there it is, border radius. And then you get to set the pixel size. So how about we say border radius medium, but it looks like it takes the value of pixels. Oh, pixels or the relative percentages. Inherit is also one where, okay. All right, so let's just try that out. Let's see if we could style it as close to, and then we'll just say border, radius, okay, let's see, 10 pixels. Let's see how that works. That looks pretty good. Let's see, it's a lot less. This is a lot more rounded. So let's change it to 5. That looks like that's pretty close. What do you guys think? Yeah, so the edges are definitely still, I mean, I think that's pretty close, but the dashes is different. So I can close the cursor. I think we got that down. We'll still need the box. Borders. Okay, borders, clip color. What is that thing called? I know in Photoshop it's called the marching ants because, you know, it's more animated, but border width, style, repeat. What does that mean? Defines how the middle part of a border is handled. Okay, I don't think that's what we want. Slice? Oh, border image. Okay, no. We just want border, bottom color, left radius, image, outset, slice. Oh, no, that's not what we want. That's interesting, though. We'll have to go back to that later. Border style, border width, box shadow. Okay, we could do that later. Animation type. Border style, discrete. Maybe it's a large. Let's see. Large. Let's see how that looks. Interesting. Kind of went away. Border large. So medium is not. Medium. Okay. Medium is a. So large isn't a. Maybe medium large. Nope, doesn't turn green. Let's just say medium. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't want to have like spec ADD here, but I think that's pretty important. So border, cursor, box shadow. Let's see here. Border color. See multiple attachments. Initial value, border width, top width, left, border style, left style none, all elements, computed value. Yeah, interesting. Values, style. Oh, here we go. So thin, medium, and thick. Okay, maybe we need the thick one. That's thick. Oh, cool. Turns green. Let's run. That is certainly looks a lot closer, doesn't it? That and that. That and that. Okay. What other values are there? BR width, length, thin, medium, thick. What's the BR width? Okay, alpha value, formal syntax, where, BR width, BR width. Let's see. No, it's not. It's not a syntax. Top right with border width, each shorthand. Width. Animation type. Huh, maybe that's it. Border style and border width. And what are the values for it? Wide, length. Okay, I'm getting into the deep end here. Let's see, border style, border width, right here. So it's also thin, medium, thick. Border width. You can also do pixels. Okay, border width. That didn't make a difference. Thick dash. I think we need to explore this dash more. Uh-oh. What happened? Right here. Start quiz. Okay, maybe we need to look at, so border width, maybe we need to look at more of the border style. Dotted, dashed, dotted. Oh, here. 10? 5? Border width. If I do 5 picks. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. Border width 5 picks. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, how about a little bigger, 10? Okay. Certainly making this bigger, but is that close? No. Yeah, that's actually really interesting because the dash is really, it kind of rounds the edge there. My dash here is kind of wraps around the thing. It's definitely not the radius. If I do 1, it's gonna just make it all. Okay, it's too small. Okay, dashed. Okay, so border style. It's not dotted. Dash, solid, groove, inset. Okay. Ridge? What is ridge? Oh, here, ridge. Okay. So that's not it. So it's definitely dashed. Okay, how about we Google CSS border dash width. okay, because it's really the width of the dash. Okay, here we go. How to increase border dotted. Using dotted somewhere with height. Border dotted. Okay, float. All right, this is the deep end. Background image, position. Okay, doesn't really tell me. Okay. All right, so let's just experiment some more. I wonder if it'll take it. Let me add the shadow. Yeah. Let's see, box shadow. So it's you have to use the Moz toolkit here. WebKit shadow. All right. It says that it's pretty new. Okay, right here, box shadow generator. Okay. Box shadow property. It's right here, box shadow. Let's just okay, so definitely want to. So it's offset X, offset Y, blur radius, spread, and then the color. So so it's offset X. So X, Y, radius, spread. Okay, so let's just say box shadow. So the X is let's say 5 pixel. Oh, 5 pixel. So X, Y, radius. Okay. And then let's just say 2. Okay. 2, and then let's just say black. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, and let me change this because I changed this to border width. Actually, let me remove these. I think the radius is the only one we want to keep. Ew. Oh, you know what? Did we not do the spread? Hold on. The blur is not so great. So let's do a let's do a more let's do more blur. So X, Y. Maybe the Y needs to be more, and then the blur needs to be more. Let's see what that looks like. Yep, that looks better. Theirs is really light, so should we do gray? Oh, what happened? Oh. Yeah, much better. Although it's a very hard shadow, theirs is a little bit more like, it's like a feather almost, but maybe increasing the spread also helps. Yeah, that's too harsh. So Let's use this shadow generator. Let me reset this. Okay, so blur, looks like it's a lot of blurring here. And then the spread shouldn't be that big. Like, I think that's good right there. Does that look? Yeah, that looks pretty good. So horizontal 17, that seems like a lot. But the spreads, blur radius. That's oh, the opacity. How do they do? So this. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4. 14, 14, 138. Let's see, 17, 17. So we could do definitely, I don't know why that went back to 5. 17, 14, 17, 14, 17, 14, 138. You can barely see it though. Spread radius is negative. Let's see, negative. Negative 30 pixels. And then the shadow color is just black. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, see, it doesn't take the negative 30 pixels. So what happens if I just copy this? Okay, let's see. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna go submit and see if this goes through. Awesome. Does your kitten image match the one below? Click continue to see the answer. Okay, all right. So Chris is having inter kittens issues with. Okay, that's the answer. We could inspect that. Okay, that might be a little. Okay. All right, that was quiz 2, and I'm going to take a short break and start quiz 3. Okay, see you later.